Hello everyone and welcome to a sample gameplay of Buc'neer Bunnies. We're just going to play a game just to show everyone different tactics and just get everyone familiar with the game and how it plays. So we have our cannon set up, 5 and 5. We have our coins on the side. And she's going to go first, draw a card. Now, obviously, I can see her hand slightly in the video, but in the actual game, I couldn't. So I'm going to commentate as if I didn't know what was in her hand. This is more from my point of view. So she's going to play a crew member face down on the far side. All crew members come into play face down. And when she played this crew member here, I should have been suspicious. Sometimes people try to conquer the middle and push everyone to the outside, but she specifically played this on the outside. So I play a sneak, which attacks in that direction and the crew member. So I was hoping to take out her crew member here if she didn't flip it up. I was hoping that her crew member maybe attacked straight across and would take just that cannon out. But again, I should have had some suspicions of this because she did play it on the end instead of in the middle. So she decides to play a crew member on the far side, covering both corners. And she decides to flip up Indecisive, which attacks the cannon and the crew directly where my cannon and crew is. So not straight across like I hoped, but she does take advantage of the attack of her crew member. But she doesn't get to use the ability. The ability for Indecisive is you're able to move another crew member to another cannon, but only on your ship. So she could have waited to use that, but she decided to take advantage of the attack instead. And she takes 2 coins as her 2 points for taking out my cannon and my crew member. So here I have to try and figure out what I want to play now. I have 1 cannon down. And I don't want to revive that cannon either because then she'll just destroy it again next turn. But I know that I can play an attack straight across because her Indecisive only attacks to the side. So I'll leave that cannon destroyed so that it doesn't get destroyed again. Play my crew member there. And I also play Batten Down the Hatches here on the end, which says if this cannon would be destroyed, destroy this card instead. So really I was just protecting that far cannon just in case she flipped up that crew member and destroyed the cannon. At this point I thought that maybe she was just leaving that crew member there to bait me or to see if I would put something else in one of those last 2 spaces. Maybe she could flip it up and destroy it. Or maybe she was leaving it as bait for me to destroy her card. But what she's going to do here is she's going to play Runner, which moves a crew member on a ship to another cannon. And it also allows you to draw a card. So she's going to move her crew member out of harm's way over to the middle cannon. And then she's going to play Impulsive Bunny, which normally crew members come into play face down, but Impulsive Bunny can be flipped the turn it is played. It has a special ability. And she's going to destroy my percussion and my cannon. So I wasn't able to use Percussion's flip ability either. He was destroyed before he was flipped. So now she has 4 coins here, so I'm kind of in a tough spot. I have 2 cannons destroyed. I could revive that second cannon over, but I'll just leave it face down for now. I still have 3 cannons that are up and operational. And I'll play a crew face down here, because it seems to be in a safe spot for now, but I'll still leave the cannon destroyed just in case. And then what I'll do here is I'll play Rabbit's Foot, which allows you to steal a flipped up crew member from your opponent. I was trying to steal her attacker, but she played a Mutiny on me, which counters the card. So my card basically did not get played. She played the Mutiny to deny my card. So now I'm really stuck because I wanted to steal that card and possibly attack her indecisive or even attack her face down because I still don't know what that is at this point. And she is winning 4-0 still. So she's going to play a crew face down right across from my crew. So I should have figured it was some kind of destroy card because it seems like she wants it destroyed. So she's going to flip up her crew member, which is the Powder Bunny. He only attacks cannons straight across. So what that does is it destroys my batten down the hatches, but it protects my cannon and I can tell what crew member she had hidden under there. So now she has 4 crew members. She has 4 points. I only have 1 crew member, so I have to make a comeback. Looks like I put down a basic crew member. And I will flip up Cook, which what happens when he's flipped up is I can move all crew on either ship to one side of the ship. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just move that one over. I had another tactic for it. If some of my other crew members were still alive, I was going to use some of their abilities. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try to attack just to get some points. So I'll flip up that cannon. I will attack with my Cook. And I will destroy her cannon and her face down crew member. And of course it was a quartermaster. So when it's destroyed, what she can do is she can search the deck for a rally or demoralize card. And she can play it instantly too. She can play it on my turn. So she's going to search the deck right now for a rally or demoralize card. Maybe buff up her side or put a negative effect on my side. And then what I can do is I can take 2 coins for that because I destroyed the cannon and her crew member. So it's still 2-4 here. I'm not feeling comfortable. She does have more crew than I do. She's blocking off a significant portion of the board still with her crew. But 4-2 is still manageable. There are quite a few rally and demoralize cards in the deck, so she's trying to be strategic, and she decides to play sea legs, which means this crew cannot attack. Seeming that I only have 2 crew, and that one could attack, and my Cook is now blocked off because the cannon is destroyed and there's no crew there. It's probably the best move. So now it's her turn. I ended my turn. So I did block off 1 lane at least. So she decides to play a crew on the far end, which is really the only open spot without being destroyed. And she decides to attack my cannon with Powder Bunny because I did move it over 1 space with the Cook. So she does take another coin. So now it is 5-2. So I play a crew under the destroyed cannon. And I believe the crew is the reflector. So I'm really trying to get her to attack it, especially with the indecisive, because the powder bunny can only attack the cannon. But I will play an ARG card here, which destroys any card on the board. And of course, it's not a good crew member. It's just a basic crew member. So I kind of wasted that one. But I do get a coin for it. So it goes on to her turn. I need to take as many coins as I can get here. I'm falling behind. So she decides to play a crew on the far end, which again is the only open space because the other one's blocked off by the cook. And she decides to attack with indecisive. And what happens with reflector is when he's destroyed face down, he prevents all attack and he actually reflects the damage back at the attacker. So if you take the attacker and place it on top of reflector, that is what is destroyed. So reflector reflects back and attacks the cannon and also the crew member. And you do not need an active cannon in front of reflector for this ability to happen. It's only when it's attacked and destroyed. But I do not take any coins for this. It is just a reaction of the card. But now that he's face up, what I will do is I will activate the cannon in front of him to attack the two cannons in front and to the right. I guess first what I do though is I play toughness on that crew member so that nothing can happen to him. Toughness is the same thing as batten down the hatches, it's just for crew members. So if the crew would be destroyed, that card gets destroyed instead. And I take my 2 treasure. Now over to her turn. I'm coming back a little bit. I have 5 and she has 5. I'm starting to gain some footing. Now she does have to be careful here because she has 4 cannons that are destroyed, and another way to win is to destroy all 5 cannons. So you can either get 10 coins to win, or you can destroy all 5 cannons on a ship at the same time. So if I was able to destroy her last cannon here, I would win automatically, even though I only have 5 coins. So she's going to use an ARG on Cook, destroy him, take a coin for that. And she's also going to play a crew member face down. She's going to activate the cannon in order to attack. And I did flip that over so that I could attack on my own, but I was willing to risk gaining 2 for her gaining 1. So on that turn, she played a modify card, a crew card, and she attacked. And she's just checking on the ability of Reflector. Reflector's ability only takes place when he's face down. So once he's face up, the ability does not apply anymore. And this is specific to this card only. So she has 7 points now, so it's kind of coming down to the wire. I got to be really careful here on what I do. So she's going to flip that cannon up and flip over Grace of the West, which is a captain. You can only have one captain on a ship at one time. And that attacks 2 crew, and 2 cannons. And what I have to do here is I have to play parlay. I was going to save it in case Indecisive attacked my card. But either way, she would have won if I didn't have parlay here. She would have destroyed the 2 cannons and also the crew member behind the cannon. So I played a parlay. I negated all of the attack. And Grace of the West allows you to draw an extra card per turn, and you have no maximum hand size. So she's really trying to figure out what else to do here because I have 5 and she has 7. She would have won if she got a successful attack there. But she knows that I have a card face down and she doesn't want to lose her captain either. Just checking on a card. Then it's my turn. So I have 5 coins. I need 5 more. So of course I'm going to flip over a captain. And I have the potential to take out all 4 of hers, giving me 9. And this captain is Jeff. Jeff is just a normal bunny. He doesn't have really any pirate abilities. But his ability is you can pick up the discard pile and add it to your hand and discard back down to 7 cards. So he's a very powerful card, but the lore on him is very interesting. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attack with Jeff, obviously. I'm going to take out her 2 crew and her 2 cannons. So that gives me 4 cards. 4 coins, I should say. 4 coin cards. And then all I need here is to destroy 1 more of anything. 1 more of her crew, 1 more of her cannons. And so I decided to play Arg, which destroys something. So I destroyed all of her cannons and I got 10 coins at the same time. So technically I won both ways, but it was still a very close game. At the end here, my wife points out that I did not flip over the cannon in front of Jeff, which is a mistake on my part. I should always flip over that cannon, which I do right here. But it was a fairly close game. I did end up coming back. But here's a sample gameplay. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I'm going to do a few more of these in addition to the tutorial. And thanks for watching.